morning everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. It is Good Friday, the 7th of April 2023, and today we're off back to International Stadium. It is Gateshead versus Scunthorpe United in the National League. Now you may be looking at this and thinking once again my scenery looks a bit different, and once again you'd be correct. I'm currently at a Premier Inn in Gateshead, landed late last night from Portugal, but I am now announcing my retirement from singing karaoke in Portuguese all-inclusive resorts, and it is back to the football. Anyway, let's get into this. So it's just outside the International Stadium now, and going into this afternoon's game, Scunthorpe are currently in 23rd place in the National League table, which is second bottom, and it's pretty simple this afternoon really. Realistically it is pretty much win or bust. Even if they do win this afternoon, I personally don't think it's going to be enough. I think it'll just merely delay the inevitable, but if we beat them this afternoon and Aldershot beat Yeovil, then Scunthorpe would need maximum points from their remaining 4 games, and for three teams above them to lose all their remaining games. So essentially, they're in a bit of a no-win situation. The chances are they're going to be a National League North team next season. But as for us, we are now in 19th place, and that is after Tuesday night's impressive 4-0 win over Yeovil. Obviously couldn't be at the game because I was in Portugal, but watched it on the live stream, and it was a really impressive, commanding performance, and it just shows just how far we've come in recent weeks. Really look like we've clicked, and just fingers crossed we can carry that on today, because if we win this game today, then by the end of play we could be 8 points clear of relegation, and maybe even as high as 16th. I mean, obviously to get that high we would need certain results from elsewhere to go our way, but I'd like to think from there that might just about be enough. I think if we do win this game today, then I think either one more win or 2 more draws from there should just about be enough. They usually say 48 points is enough to keep you up, but maybe this year might not even need that. But it'd be nice regardless to finish the season as strongly as possible, even if by the back end of it we find ourselves with next to nothing to play for. I think if we can just get ourselves to safety as soon as possible, I think from there it's just about taking form, taking momentum, taking confidence into the FA Trophy final really. So the club, you'd have to say, is in a pretty good place right now. Obviously now 5 points clear of the relegation zone. I mean, I didn't think it'd be that much of a gap come Good Friday, but here we are, and a lot of credit has to go to the players, has to go to Mike for getting us into that position. So we're going into this game with confidence today, but obviously Scunthorpe, obviously as I said, need to win to sort of keep alive at any faint chances of staying up that they do have. Anyway, let's head into the International Stadium and find out how it all unfolds. So the teams are warming up. Scunthorpe getting ready just down here, as away teams always do. Looks as though they're going to be in a training strip of yellow this afternoon. Of course, the normal colours would be claret and blue. And we're getting ready just down here. They're of course going to be in the home kit. Anyway, I will see you when the players are coming out of the tunnel.
I don't know, it's still a...
Go on!
Go on, Greg. Go on, Marcus. Go on.
Shoot! Shoot! Go on! Second! Hit it! Yeah! Come on! What a hit! Gets in!
Come on, Steve! Come on, Steve! Go on!
Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Steve! Get in!
Scunthorpe are down to 10 men. One of the players has just kicked out at counter. Like, absolutely no need for that whatsoever. Absolutely no need for that.
Go on! Go on!
Who's following up? You're inferior to us.
Win it! Get in!
Oh,
Hey, dickhead!
good lads. Half-time, Gateshead 2, Scunthorpe United 0. I'm just going to say it, I really feel sorry for the Scunthorpe fans that have travelled up here today, because the team's attitude in that first half was nothing short of appalling, to be honest with you. And the lad that's gone and got himself sent off, is, I'm afraid, he's massively let those fans down. But take nothing away from us. Once again, a very good, controlled performance. Scunthorpe, at the start of the game, they were getting forwards quite a lot. They had a lot of corners, but everything was just a bit too close to Philip Marshall. They've not really properly tested him yet, I don't think. Danny Elliott's obviously playing for them, who obviously was with us earlier in the season, and unfortunately was recalled by Bournemouth and sold to Scunthorpe, and he didn't really look comfortable in their system, I must say. But as I say, impressed with our first half performance. Two very good goals. Firstly from Greg Ollie's just absolutely leathered it, and it's gone into the corner. Then some very nice build-up play between Stephen Wern and Greg Ollie, and it was Wern who's got his first goal for the club, and maybe with a hint of irony, because a player we signed from Grimsby may well have put the final nail in Scunthorpe's coffin. But from our perspective, fingers crossed we can keep this going. As it stands, Aldershot versus Yeovil is 0-0, so that would mean we would be 7 points clear of relegation. So you'd like to think from there maybe we'd only need either one more win or a couple more draws or whatever, but still, obviously 45 minutes to go. Scunthorpe maybe need a kick up the backside, need to be a bit more fired up, but obviously down to 10 men, it is going to be extremely difficult, and maybe even say if we get 3-0 up maybe in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, the game, there could be a bit of a danger of the floodgates opening, but we'll wait and see. But so far, from our perspective anyway, so far so good. Go on, Greg! Oh! What?
Yeah!
Goes from bad to worse for Scunthorpe. It is Aldershot 1, Yeovil 0. As it stands, that means they would need 12 maximum points from the remaining 4 games, and for 3 teams above them to lose all the remaining games and overturn a goal difference. So essentially, as it stands, they're down.
Go on, Aaron!
Oh, that was going to be it. Well, Fred.
Good, Steve.
Oh. And we're just maintaining energy levels. Oh, what's going on? Oh! Well, it's 1-1 now at Aldershot, so Scunthorpe wouldn't really be relegated today, but even so, based on what I've seen here today, there's pretty much no way back for them, I don't think.
Good, Steve.
Someone have a shot.
Come on, in.
Oh. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this game. Full-time gets a 2, Scunthorpe United 0. That is as easy as it gets, really, and as I said at half-time, I really feel sorry for the 400 odd Scunthorpe fans that have travelled up here today, because I think if you get beat but you put up a fight, you can sort of live with it, really, but when your players just give up like that, I don't think there's any excuse for that ever. I mean, like, if you're unlucky or the opposition are just better, you hold your hands up. But really feel for them. The players just give up, and I think collectively as a club they just look ready to be ready to be relegated, really. So this is going to be a massive summer for them. They really need to get it right off the pitch. Just make sure that they are fully equipped and ready for life in the National League North. And I can tell you now, if there's any Scunthorpe fans watching this, it's not going to be easy for you next year by any means. I think you're going to go down there and be pretty much the standout name in the division. Everyone's going to raise the game against you. Everyone's going to want to pull off a result against you. So it's down to you now to just guard against that, really. But as for us, you have to say a really good controlled performance. The second half was a bit like a testimonial, really, or a pre-season friendly, or one of those games you get on like the last day of the season where there's nothing left to play for, wasn't it? Like very low tempo, but in a way, I'm sort of glad that we did that. Obviously, it's going to be a quick turnaround between now and the next game, which is on Monday away to Altrincham. Then, of course, on on next Wednesday it's away to Eastleigh, then next Saturday at home to Bromley. So games are certainly coming thick and fast at the minute. So it's probably important to maintain energy levels. I mean, I know it might not be the most appealing thing to watch as a spectator, but sometimes just need to slow games down. I think I think the game pretty much died as soon as the red card happened. Anyway, and I maybe thought from there that we'd go on and see if we could get 3, 4, maybe even 5, but it wasn't to be. But the most important thing is another 3 points, another giant leap towards safety. They generally say that 48 points is enough. We're on 46 at the minute, so by that logic, 1 more win or 2 more draws would be enough. I mean, obviously that's not always the case. I remember York going down in 2017 with 50 points, I believe it was. But yeah, I think the way we're playing now, the confidence that's going through the team, and the fact that we're sort of in a position where we can rotate players as and when we need to, I'm pretty confident that next season we'll be once again watching National League football here at the International Stadium. But that is that for this video, and I'll be back tomorrow, and that is part of the reason why I am in a car now, and I am currently heading up to Scotland, and tomorrow it will be Motherwell versus Livingston. So really looking forward to getting back to Fir Park, of course. Not really brought the well that much luck on the channel of yet. Fingers crossed for 3rd time lucky tomorrow. But till then, take care, cheers for watching, and I'll see you later.